Hello everybody, my name is Merc, back playing Elden Ring. We're still in the Ainsel River section. Ainsel River Sluice Gate, well depths, and this is downstream. So we have that horrible creature throwing projectiles at us in that other direction, but I kind of want to deal with these ants since I kind of know what these ants are capable of. I do not know what that other creature is capable of. A lot more coffins down here, which further supports my theory that people's bodies are nourishing these ants. That ant really did not react to me throwing a knife at it. I don't want to get too close. Well, that's what's happening. We did not sit down at that site of grace, hence why we have no FP. More ants in the distance, you can just barely see their markings. I just realized it's not really markings, it's like their skin almost. It was much more evident on the queen that we found. She had a big old bulbous sack behind her. Feel like, yeah, both of them reacted there. Find my way back in my little crevasse. Just in case. They only turned and wanted to investigate. They didn't actually see me. This one might have, but now it definitely did. As long as we can consistently take them out as they charge us, fighting them one-on-one should never be an issue. I don't know why there's like particle effects around here. I did comment on the fireflies in the previous room where there was a lot of corpses. There appears to be some like purple smoke, but it doesn't actually affect us necessarily. Immunizing horn charm. I think this is the second horn charm we found. Yes, we had the clarifying horn charm, which gave us focus, which is resistance to sleep and madness. This one gives us resistance to poison and rot. Same description otherwise. Ancestral followers believe that the horns of a long-lived beast continue to bud like antlers over and over again, till one day the beast becomes an ancestral spirit. We've already slain an ancestral spirit. Found more formic rock. Actually, I want to read that one again now that we're finding ants, because I did find these previously. Found near Ainsel River and other places where giant ants live. Rock formed from solidified ant venom, highly acidic. Otherwise, just a crafting material. Do we want to go down that path there? Found some crystal darts. Those are new, I believe. I guess not. No, we found a few of these before. Consumes FP and deals magic damage. It is said that a golem crafter employed a similar crystal tool. It also scales with intellect. Lots of messages this way. Be wary of rushing in. Be wary of left. What the heck is that? More formic rock to our right. Oh my god, it's a basilisk. They appear to have a new design, but they still have the same old ugly eyes. Do you think they still cast curse? They appear to have, like... They emanate, like, I don't know, not emanate's not the word, but they have, like, vines or thorns along their body. To me, that suggests they might be, at one with those who live in death. So if you don't know, in previous Souls games, especially the first, there were a lot of basilisks, and they would spew an area of effect that would curse players if you stood in it too long. And if you got cursed, you died. And not only did you die, you lose total max HP unless you found a way to uncurse yourself. It was a very big deal in the first Souls game. However, in this game, I don't know if there is a curse effect, but there does appear to be a death effect. And I can imagine what the death effect does if it gets filled up. Oh, what's wrong with its eyes? What is wrong with its eyes? Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm running away immediately. Because the issue, they have very similar animations so far. Yeah, the issue is if they start spewing their things that they spew, they will very quickly deny an area to you. And it's very difficult to deal with it. So yeah, that looks like some death aura nonsense to me. Okay, thankfully our death resistance is not horrible. So we can take maybe like 10 ticks. 10 ticks of their, I don't know what word I'm looking for here. Their effect. Lots of bloodstains here. I wonder why. I really don't like their new eyeballs. Their new eye design. What's funny is, in the previous Souls games, those weren't even the eyes. Those were like... I almost ran into the corner. That is a guaranteed way to die. Losing your location. It's interesting. It has like a golden center or like after effect. It's like starts off black and misty, and then it has like a gold glimmering afterwards, which might like further suggest my further support my theory that the gold of the Erd tree is not as pleasant and light-filled as many people believe it to be in this game, as the NPCs believe it to be, I guess. Gold is perhaps a symbol of life after death, which would very much fit the theme of this game so far, since it's yet another game of having the player go through, try to solve problems that were left by a bygone age. It was a theme in 1, 2, and 3, I feel like, where there was always an age prior to when the player started, an age of prosperity, which is long gone. Found ourselves looking at a bunch of fireflies, Aeonian butterflies, which we don't have a lot of, so it's cool that we found more. Something incredible ahead. I feel like I shouldn't just jump down there. Try down. Somber Smithing Stone 3. Well, I guess if we ever find another boss weapon or special weapon, we can upgrade it now. So, I'm assuming we will go down there. But not right now. Perhaps not anytime soon either. I have to imagine maybe we'll find our way into that building and explore this later and perhaps go over here. Or even all the way over there. Do you want to take bets on what kind of miasma is at the bottom of this underground ocean? It's not even really an ocean, I bet. It's probably just another swamp. Because Miyazaki loves when the players run through ankle-high water. Or worse. Well, it was a nice little diversion, I guess. Perhaps we will find our way over there in time. Let's go back to slaying some ants, though. Some giant ants. We're running out of bone darts already, so let's see if we can take on a few of them just with the sword. We definitely don't need to do a full charge, but Want them ants dead. Just want to tick off the fire pots. I will make a few more of these. We definitely need to go buy more bone darts. Sorry, lesser beast bone, thin beast bones. That's what they're called. Not really looking up anymore. I think we should be safe. Probably would have noticed them. We have not sat down in quite a while. Mostly just thinking that to myself so we can go back to that previous location and continue taking out more claymen. Try left and then seek right, says the two-headed Janus, the Greek god of having two heads. It's not what he's known for, but I mean, it is technically, I guess, one of the things that Janus is known for, but I want to say he is like the god of doorways and transformation. The idea of exiting one area and entering another, I guess. I don't know how long this cave is going, but it seems like it's still going. A little hesitant to continue on further. More ghost glove warts. Perhaps we will upgrade our spirits at some point. Definitely not right now. Monster ahead. What are these statues? Before we even enter this, what are these statues? Are these the Crystallians? No. That wouldn't make sense. Oh, this area appears to be affected by... I'm assuming that's Deathroot, which would make sense considering all the death we've encountered at those ants, and I do believe the ants are feeding off the Deathroot, perhaps. To me, this almost seems like a boss. Like we're gonna step in this little crevasse, and then the gold fog wall will spawn behind us, and then we'll have to do something crazy like dodging magic spells and perhaps enter the building that this corpse is seated upon. It's claimed as its throne. So I think we're going to turn around and go this other way. I would love to find a map down here. That would be swell. Just kind of want to get a bearings for how we'd get back here if that is a boss. And if it's not a boss, then no worries, we'll come back here later anyway. Doesn't seem like that bad of a run. I didn't look for a stake of America or anything. I probably should have. That would confirm my theory that it's a boss fight if there was a stake of America outside the arena. Found a way up, which is cool. Back at the Uhl Palace ruins. Trying to figure out where this thing is. There it is. Lots of claymen here. Seems that the Crystallian is aware of our presence. What else is new? Let's start hacking away at these men, I guess. Get them interested in us so we don't have to run up and fight them. They can come to us. Still no FP, so we cannot cheese them as much as I want to figure out a way to damage them from a range. Looks like this strat is going okay. We did take some bubble damage there. As much as there's a pillar right here, I don't feel safe standing in front of it necessarily. Take a chug. I think this might be the last Clayman here. Seems my hunch was correct. Lots of bodies on these stairs. Golden rune. Throwing daggers. I could use more throwing daggers, I guess. 3 of them went to the box. So you know what? Time to switch out to throwing daggers from our bone darts. Grab another item. Furl calling finger remedy. Haven't seen a lot of those recently, but I'm assuming if a player needs them, they can just craft more easily. We could have crafted for a moment. I think we only need like tarnished sunflowers or something to craft those, so. Okay, let's not get too greedy here. As much as these men are rather slow, when they gang up on you, it is an easy way to die. I think this one's not hurt. Man, they really just stagger themselves out of my second attack. I wonder if that's the weapon or if it's just like their natural predisposition to do that. Testing. This one's of course going to die. That one, it doesn't even stagger him. This great axe. Which I suppose makes some sense. Another item over there. Got a little hasty going for it. We're okay. More magic items. Field grease and a magic grease. I wonder, can we just outrun this? Not that effectively. This is kind of where we fell. So that means that there's at least 3 Claymen to the right over there. As well as more on the stairs. Hopefully we'll be safe back here. As safe as you can get being next to 3 Claymen. I guess I'm going to drop down here. Deal with this one. And then we'll run back up. Don't like leaving any threads. Some loose ends. That's the words I was looking for. Alright, we're safe here for a moment. And we go. Red light, green light. My favorite of all the Souls games. I had a feeling that was happening just because I was curious enough to jump up here. Where did you come from? Take some cover behind the stairs. Golden rune 3. Really annoying that I have to do 3 attacks to take these men out in one combo. Also really annoying having to hide. But I'm sure that one goes without saying. Are we free? The Clayman army seems to have been defeated. Hopefully this thing doesn't get a new attack now that we're closer. Very well could be the case. Oh man, I don't want to do this, but I'm doing it now. I almost died doing that. This item better be good. Where was the item? Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh. I almost died doing that. Would have lost 15,000 souls. Gosh, could you imagine you went all the way up here and then you found the Site of Grace afterwards? That'd be pretty funny. Smithing Stone 3. I was not worried about this onslaught of rocks. Because it seemed like it didn't do a whole lot of damage, but it turns out when there's like 30 rocks hitting you as opposed to 1, it does quite a bit more damage. So there are a couple items out there. Really? You just chill down here? This merchant's just chilling? underneath a freaking space demon? I don't know if it's from space, you know, but it is a demon in my eyes. Alright, let's go talk to this friggin' merchant. There better be an elevator or something up there to take us up so I can deal with that thing. Map of the Ainsel River. Again, this is the second time we found a map of the underground. Not on a monument. It was found on a corpse, which is new. Let's go read about the description of the Ainsel River real quick. The same description as the last. The vast region is said to be a grave of civilizations that flourished before the Erd Tree. See what kind of map it actually looks like down here. So it does not look like that this area connects at all, which is kind of what I suspected. It almost looks like that this is like a great ocean down here, and perhaps we'll find a way to traverse it. Maybe not from over here, though. Okay, so where did we come from? And where did we go? Okay, so this is where we found all the clay men. This is obviously where all the ants were. This is where the ant queen was. There was an item over here. Did we even go to the right, or could we not have gone to the right? Yeah, no, I don't think we could have. I think there was an item at the bottom of this waterfall, but we could not reach our way over there. So we went over here. We found whatever that extra hellish looking area was over here. And then this is that room where we found the building where that was a throne for the giant undead skeleton, which I imagine is right here. Can we even go to this little tunnel? I kind of feel like we might not be able to. We'll have a look to see. Do have a fat coin purse, as it's being referred to, so maybe I can buy some interesting stuff from this man.
Is someone there? A customer? Well, how long has it been?
Long enough for you to set up camp. From the Hermit Merchant. Gravity Stone fan. He's only got 20 of these, and Gravity Stone chunks. He's got 10 of them. We've already have a few of them, and we're not necessarily using them, so we don't need to buy those. Lost Ashes of War. I've not used these, or I've used one of them, but I've not had the urge to use them since. It was just want to make another heavy weapon skill. Nomadic Warrior Cookbook 16. Thaw Frost boluses and Stimulating boluses. And this allows us to make acid spray mist, so you know me, I'm going to buy both of those. Prisoner Iron Mask, Prisoner Clothing, Prisoner Trousers. I think I buy these as well, because I don't really want to go back here at any point. To the point where I'm considering buying the Celestial Dew, but we don't even need it necessarily. We're not angering any NPCs. Let's leave for the moment. I want to see those new crafting opportunities. So as Thaw Frost boluses and Stimulating boluses requires slumbering eggs, which we have not been getting a lot of because we are not slaying owls, but this alleviates buildup of sleep. Ice Hued boluses made from cave moss. These are the Thaw Frost. Frost accumulates gradually, causing damage, inflicting frostbite. Once the threshold is reached, vulnerability to damage increases for a certain duration. Okay, that kind of answers what frost does. So poison's just poison over time. Scarlet Rot is like a more powerful poison. Blood loss, once the bar fills, you take massive damage. Frost, you take damage, and you are more vulnerable to damage. And then sleep, of course, causes sudden fogginess and loss of FP once the threshold is reached, even if it does not force the afflicted into true slumber. Loss of FP. So it doesn't necessarily put players to sleep, but it does drain their FP, which might make the sleep pots more useful in PvP. Fortunately, it does not seem like we have a way out of here necessarily. So I guess I'm going to try to inspect this northeastern wall a little bit more while this thing fires projectiles upon us. I do notice there's a ledge right here, but I don't think we can get up there easily. I was really hoping there'd be a way to take out that thing and then we could do the platforming. Actually, that's exactly what we need, is to go do the platforming. I didn't miss any items over here, did I? I feel like I might have. Just because I'm a little worried about this nonsense that is being flung upon us. Actually, now that I think about it, we can't even get back up there unless I go the extreme long way around. How much damage do you think this thing takes / needs to die? I'm assuming a lot, but humor me for a moment. I don't know about this. Okay, this is fine, this is fine. I'm going to just shoot an arrow at it. It actually, we could just kill it right now. We definitely have the arrows to do so. I'm gonna use a magic arrow this time. I missed. I want one more shot. One more shot with the magic arrow. See, that does... It's already like 10% dead. If it had way more HP, I wouldn't even consider it. But I don't want to just plunk away at it from a distance. It's not how I play these games. As much as I do like using the bow to make situations easier for myself. Getting up there is going to be a bit of a pain. But we're trying. Probably have to hide. I don't want to get chipped by some rock chips. Alright, everything should be dead over here still. It's been a while since we rested at the site of grace. Yeah, so it does not appear that there's another way up here easily unless we go this path. So make sure we get a good look as to what's up here before I jump down. I don't know why, but I naturally assumed there was like a path along this waterfall and does not appear so. We are safe here for the moment. So let's actually go up and wait a moment again. This is going to be tricky. We're definitely not getting this item just yet. Going to go this way. And pray. Right now we're praying. Okay, pray and panic roll. What was the solution there? Appears to have stopped casting. And it appears we are going to meet it face to face in a moment. In a moment! I didn't mean right now, in a moment! Okay, so it hovers the rock around its face at various angles. I'm jumping down, obviously. Hey, how's it going? How's it going? How was it going? It was going real swell for a moment there. For me, anyway. Alright. Let's try this again. Yes! Big, heavy attack on the forehead. Bam! Get out of here. I didn't like you in the first place. Yeah, explode into mist and souls and flasks. Alright, you better not respawn. Ever. Alright, so we found ourselves at a lot of gravestones and tableaus. I don't know if there's going to be anything else in this room, though. Does not appear so. It's a bit disappointing. It's unfortunate. But at least we took out whatever the heck that thing was. Didn't expect weak foe. Visions of item, but no item. There's a message all the way up there. As well as an item all the way up there. Also, okay, I thought for a second this thing was T-posing. But it is not. It is chanting or doing some sort of ritual. Why do these rocks look different? I guess it's just jutting out from the other rocks. I thought for a moment it was like an old school animation where you sometimes can tell by the coloring what is immovable or not. So I thought perhaps if you stepped up there, the rocks would slide. I don't know if that made any sense to anyone, but it does to me, okay? I'm sure that's most of this playthrough, let's be real. So we jumped down and slayed the thing, but doesn't appear that there's a way up. I'll get another look, because we definitely have to go back for that item. Still no secret. Well, I guess the messages are also as disappointed as I am going up there and finding nothing. I do think they don't need to give you anything up there because the true reward were the friends we made along the way. No, the true reward was killing that dang old thing. Ah, this is the item I missed. The old formic rocks, which we cannot even use yet as far as I know. Oh yeah, we didn't even look at the other item that we got from our crafting opportunities. Was it a type of arrow? I legitimately do not remember. Oh, it was these things. Acid spray mist. Use FP to release acid from the mouth. That's odd. It requires some perfume bottles, which we do not have any of. And Altus blooms, which bloom on the Altus Plateau, which we've not even found yet. Have to imagine is a northern area of the map. Does seem like this area is cleared. But I'm gonna make one more trip back up there, get that last item we skipped. I imagine it's not going to be anything worth our while, but I'm doing it anyway. Totally forgot about that lantern hanging on her waist, but glad I did put it on, even if this area is not that dark. YouTube tends to make things darker than they need to be. So this is asking for trouble right here, but we're doing it. Jumping in Souls games. Smithing stone 3 times 2. It's not too bad. In the grand scheme of things. First off, I want to go home. I want to go home. It's funny. So we're already past where this supposed entrance is on the map. Which to me suggests that we cannot get there from down here. This is a rather big cave. So I guess that means we're going to go this way, and then eventually we'll wrap our way back around, I have to imagine. There's like 3 large chambers. There's this one, and of course this one. Although I guess you could say this is all one large chamber, but... Alrighty then. I guess we're gonna go down the same way we just did. My curiosity has been sated. Let's go see about this room filled with death that we found ourselves at prior. We have 1 flask down, no FP, but FP is not crucial to our game plan, so we don't need to sit down. In fact, we have a few items we could use if I really want to get some FP back, not including the sacrificial axe. We have a few starlight shards. I'm kind of curious as to how they work, so maybe I'll pop one if I want to cast something. They do seem rather rare though, at least at this point in the game. We're only finding them on stone astrolabes. Try sorcery or try circling around. Alright, here we go. Okay, so immediately we're not aggroed, which is good, because now I can think things through a little bit. I do want to say that this is reminiscent of Deathroot, so I feel like this is an undead area. These statues remind me of the little helpers of Bloodborne. I don't remember their name, which I feel bad about. Sorry, I got lost in the design of the sword. It's such a ridiculous sword. But yeah, they appear to be like the little helpers that give you messages or items in Bloodborne. I suppose they only give you your starting items. Were they just called messengers? I think they might have just been called the messengers. Some are quite a bit larger than others, these statues, anyway. I doubt crouching is going to do anything if this is indeed a boss. I have to imagine it's going to sense us and then start casting some nonsense. And if it does, my current theory is to run at its feet. There appears to be an entryway there. And if that's not the play, then we're going to run behind it, since that one message said, try circling around. Cannot ride the horse. I do feel more safe going along this wall than going along the waterfalls over there. In front of the sluice gate. Excuse me. Dragonkin, soldier of Noxtella. So this is the second Dragonkin we found. What are the chances it's going to let me pull out my Dragon Wound Grease? We have 3 of them. I'm not going to necessarily use them. Oh my god, we chunked it. I don't know if it's because we hit it in the face. Hey, it chunks us back. That's fair. Yeah. I buffered an extra slash there and I didn't mean to. Okay. Yeah, I feel like the reason why we chunked it initially is because we hit its face. I'm gonna chug here because I'm scared. I just double chugged. So I'm scared and bad. It's about halfway dead. So are we. It's doing some fire breath nonsense. Oh, it's lightning. It's lightning. And by lightning, I mean frost. Okay, so that is an animation we've not seen before. It's like a frost lightning. It appears to have perhaps a phase 2. Now that we got it to 50% HP, it started using new attacks. It's unfortunate. We did find a Statue of America here. Let me put on my light again. Where was it? I revived at a Stake America, but I don't see one. Alright, well. Is there one just hiding over here somewhere? I don't know. Let's go get our souls, our runes. They're right here. Again, does not look like we can creep up on this thing. Just want to see how it charges. I like how the camera panned up so we could see this giant undead creature behind it. Okay. Has a dual swipe attack. Big slam coming. We managed to dodge it. We are out of stam, and we almost died just there because I got greedy with my flasks. Chug up real quick. It's doing its big lightning, and I can't seem to get out. That's unfortunate. Good thing we chugged. Okay, I don't like this. Now it turned into a WoW boss fight where there's areas on the ground you need to watch out for. Okay, somehow I dodged that perfectly. Jeez. Okay. Chug up. Maybe we should pull out those frost boluses. Maybe. Because if we get hit again, I'm just gonna go behind, and I can't believe I missed. Okay, it definitely just frostbit us. Now we're gonna take more damage. I think it's gotta swipe back, and it did. It hit us. Get out of here. It's doing more ranged attacks on us. I panic chugged even though we didn't necessarily need to. Perfectly timed roll. Left itself vulnerable. That was a much less perfectly timed roll. Oh, I tried to hit its face and I missed both my swipes there. That's unfortunate. Is it dead? It is. Okay. I couldn't tell there. Frozen Lightning Spear. We must have got an achievement for that. Dragonkin, Soldier of Noxtella. Makes me want to go back and fight the other Dragonkin, I guess, since it appears that one was taking chunks of damage. I don't know if I had less HP, less resistances. I don't even know if we got the other one down to 50% HP, so I don't know if it did anything special. We'll definitely go back there soon. I guess I don't need this Dragon Wound Grease anymore. Let's go read about that spell. Thought it was sorcery, but it appears it's a incantation. Requires 34 faith. Lightning Strike. What happened? Do we not have a Lightning Spear? I thought we found a Lightning Spear. I could have sworn very recently we found a Lightning Spear. Why is it not here? I guess I'll go back and have a look at what I'm thinking of then. Or was it like a book that I have to give to someone and I didn't buy it? Very well could be that I must have given it to Corin and then did not buy the spell. That's what I'll tell myself for now. Stabs with Ice Lightning Spear from above. The Frozen Lightning Spear. Incantation that channels the power of Dragonkin soldiers. Creates a spear of lightning and stabs into the ground from above. On impact, the spear will burst into trails of lightning advancing forwards. The Dragonkin were born in the Eternal City, where they knew no true sky nor true lightning. Instead, ice lightning was their weapon. So, I guess the Eternal City was always underground because they never knew a true sky. So instead they looked up and saw the glinting of stones instead to be their stars. Just going through the ramifications of that in my head. We do have a Sight of Grace over here now. No true sky. And what was the other thing? True lightning. They never encountered true lightning because there's no clouds underground. I did find it interesting that the camera panned up to reveal the corpse behind the Dragonkin, even though we were locked onto the Dragonkin. It's a nice touch. Alright, hopefully this is not a dead end here, because I've been getting that feeling a lot, that these underground sections just kind of lead you to a boss and then it's a dead end. You have to find another way down. Because I'm not done exploring here in my mind. Appears to be a waterfall ahead, so I have to imagine this might be a dead end. You'll fall down here and die. There is a structure down there. In fact, there's a Sight of Grace down there. Just barely in the distance. You can still see more vines of perhaps Deathroot. I found a quite ornate chest here. And another waterfall where we don't want to jump down. Which further confirms my suspicions that this might be a dead end. Which I'm not too happy about. Of course, I have to attack the ornate chest. Just an item in there. We only crack it open a jar a little bit. Great Ghost Glovewort. We've never encountered one of those yet. I'm sure I know what they do, but I want to read the description. Renowned ashes to +10. Jeez. White flower that blooms in catacombs, a spirit nestles close to this grand specimen. Since times of old, large gloveworts were used to comfort heroic spirits, given in tribute to those who died the most glorious of deaths in hope their stories would become legend. Cool. I was just looking at the differences of the little spirit next to the flower. And this one, it kind of looks like it's raising one arm. And this one, I would say that further supports that idea. I don't know if it actually is raising an arm or not. Again, though, we found ourselves at the bottom of like a sluice gate, a dam, with no apparent way to get up. Which worries me a lot, to be honest, because I have a feeling if I go back here, there's going to be no way up. And this is not a way we could go, and this is our only idea of a place to go otherwise. This appears to lead to that horrible area that we saw earlier. So perhaps it actually leads out of that area, and then we can explore this temple area up top at another date. But I think for now, that means we're done here. Do I want to just go and deal with the other Dragonkin now? That is a thing we could do. Kind of want to go back here. We're teleporting out of here anyway, like worst case scenario, so I think I'm going to just teleport over here. I guess we finally found this loading screen. Definitely see the death root on the sides there. So we're back at the start of Ainsel River. Going to just run over here. And confirm my theory that this waterfall was way too large for us to climb. Actually, even this first step of the waterfall is way too large, let alone the later steps. That's unfortunate. So, I guess we are gonna just go over here. I gotta figure out the way that we found ourselves up there. Was it the portal on here? That doesn't sound right. Could have been though, I guess. We'll go to the Worshipper Woods. Worshipper's Woods. Possessive pronoun and plural. Get more melting mushrooms. We did find ourselves completely stocked with items after leaving this location, to the point that I'm still selling them to this day. We definitely did not go over there. We also did not go all the way to the top of these buildings. I don't know if I want to fight these dudes. Can we ride our horse over here? We can. Not sure what makes this area more special than the other one. I feel like the sending gate I'm thinking of was up here, and it was not. It was on the other side of the rubble. I forgot about those lightning spell orbs in this area as well. Okay. Torrance took an arrow to the neck, but we did find the sending gate I was thinking of. We'll go over here and see how much damage we can do to the Dragonkin soldier. This one didn't have a title, so I feel like this one should be easier on that theory alone. That said, we did it did rock us more than a few times, so we're gonna try to avoid that again. Excuse me, I seem to have the hiccups. Or maybe I don't. I was holding my breath just to see. I'm talking too much. Again, I've not played this in like a week, so I've not actually done any recording in about a week as well. Alright, time to get a little sneaky, I guess. I think I'm going to resist the urge to put on more Dragon Wound grease. Just gonna fight this normally. Okay. It is aware of our presence. Time to get a hit in on the knee. Again, this is taking way more damage than it was, so I'm already feeling better about it. That said, it also is still dealing some significant damage. There's a spot like behind its kneecap that I wanted to get into. I don't remember how I got there so easily. I think I just... Okay, I thought I was getting hit twice there. How did I not hit it when I attacked its groin? That one leg is severely hurting, but so are we. We just keep getting hit over and over by the same damn attacks. This fight is not that difficult. Just getting a little greedy. I guess I had too much confidence taking out the other one. We could also just like ride the horse. We could just ride the horse. I accidentally switched off of the sword, so we gotta put it back on. Let's try a horse battle. Horse does seem like makes fights a little easy sometimes. That said, we're using the grafted blade greatsword, which actually might not be all that easy to use because it only has one strike per animation. We did find ourselves behind the knees, so I'm jumping off immediately. Trying to stay back here. Okay. Immediately, the reason why I stopped doing this fight in the first place is because it takes so much friggin' damage off of us. Just trying to find a way to get underneath it again. Oh my gosh. Not a very graceful fight. I don't think the horse is the play, because again, you only have one slash on this animation. You cannot continue it with anything else. Kind of just spam that attack over and over, and it doesn't really have that much DPS. Versus if I were to just ride up, get behind its legs. We do have 22,000 souls, so definitely don't mess up that. It does seem like it... Okay, what we need to do... It does... What I was trying to say there is when we start the fight, it has a bit of a roar animation. Okay, it has a double swipe when it goes for the big reach. Again, I hit its groin. That's a double slam. It's actually a triple slam. Alright, alright. Couple more tries for sure. Might even switch off this great sword. But not immediately. Don't forget to pick up the souls. Pick up the souls, pick up the souls. Get 2 hits in as it roars. 3 hits, in fact. Nope, 2, I got greedy. It really sucks that literally any attack it does, we have to heal afterwards. So again, I am feeling a little underpowered here again, but I just think it's me being bad, mostly, because I think we can take this guy on, like, no question. The added pressure of having 22,000 souls on us sucks. I would really prefer if we didn't have to deal with that, but you know, let's try something new. Okay, wanted to hit it in the face. I'm not even two-handing my weapon. There we go. Went for a cheeky jump attack. Did not do the 3 slams. It did a swipe. Okay, it's got 2 forward lunge attacks as well. Oh, it was mid-animation there. I definitely could have got another hit in. We need to play this so much smarter than I am. That was okay. Okay, did the big slam. Wow, we saved ourselves with just barely healing there. Again. Go for the poke after the roll. It's doing the big lunge forward, which I think gives us an opportunity to hit twice. Okay, that was bad. It's gonna do the big... Thought it was doing the big upheaval attack, but it did not. Roaring. Whew, that was well timed. I was very worried about that. We missed. Let's just play it safe. I think we got it. 666 damage to end the fight. Great enemy fell. I would not have considered that one a great enemy. We got a dragon halberd and a good number of souls. Let's go read about that halberd. Halberd shaped like a dragon, enwreathed with both ice and lightning. Alas, the Dragonkin soldiers never attained immortality and perished as decrepit, pale imitations of their skyborn kin. Okay, I wonder if the dragon soldiers were perhaps created rather than born out of nature, because it seems like dragons were born out of nature, but dragonkin, perhaps they ate one too many dragon hearts and turned into those vile monstrosities. I think that means we're done here. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that might be worth checking out now before I end this video. We could go talk to Mr. Kedith again. Doesn't seem that appropriate. We're directly underneath the finger reader crone, which is kind of funny. Oh yeah, Sorcerer Topes is over here, and then this is the merchant, which I have to mark, I guess, in my standard marking order. Putting down a diamond. We haven't gone to this Malefactor's Ever Jail. Yeah, I guess the only interesting NPC we've encountered that has not had a follow-up in their story is Jerbarn. Let's go back to Round Table. See what we can do and probably level up a little bit. Talk to Brother Corrin.
Well then.
For my theory that Lightning Spear is indeed in his possession. D has nothing new to say. 2 fingers are still back there. What about Rajir?
Always good to see. Son.
Nothing new as well. You're still decrepit and horrible over here. I like how you can see his knee kind of sticking out of the blanket there. I don't like that there's no Sight of Grace here, as far as I know. You can't just like level up here. That NPC is just chilling. Trying to figure out what this painting is. It looks like it's a landscape, but it's tilted to the side. Definitely want to buy more thin beast bones. Probably want to buy more of these too, just on my own time and later. Definitely don't want to spend souls on these things. It's not going to give us that much. Let's just buy 8, I guess. And then let's go see how many times we can level up. Again, I don't know if we can level up here. Can we just sit on the table and level up? If only I had the Sight of Grace. Actually, I kind of want to leave that message there. Let's talk to Roderica. I don't know what I'm expecting, because she literally offers the same service no matter what. And we can't upgrade our weapons any further. Actually, we might be able to upgrade the Battle Axe. And by Battle Axe, I mean Great Axe. Again, this man thinks we die anytime we don't see him for like a moment. We can upgrade the Heavy Great Axe. We did get a lot of Smithing Stone 3s there. So let's upgrade it twice. 3 times, perhaps. Or even? Jeez, that costs quite a bit. We need Somber Smithing Stone 6 to upgrade the Grafted Blade Greatsword. This Battle Hammer, I feel like it's just no matter what, it's going to be outpaced by the Great Axe now. Just because I've committed so heavily into it. Alright, before I end this video, I guess we'll go back over here. It doesn't really matter, I just want to sit down at a Sight of Grace and level up, as well as check my numbers when I two-hand these weapons. So we are two-handing this weapon. 434. What about the Heavy Great Axe? Two-hand that. 386, and it's slightly faster. So it's probably still wise to use the Grafted Blade, a Great Sword, to go for the one-hit kills if we can. But switching off to the Great Axe won't feel as bad now. Level up a little bit. We were basically getting two-shot by that last Dragonkin, so I think we just level up HP. For now. And I think that's it. I guess we could have used our Wondrous Flask against any of those bosses, but it is what it is. Thank you so much for watching. I very much appreciate it. Click that like button if you haven't. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, folks.